I find that this completely transforms my days, and it makes them, even if they are crazy, even if they are hectic, and we're not going to deny the fact that days can still be hectic as a mom, but it just hits a lot different when you actually invite the Lord into your time as you go through motherhood and as you go through life, period. There's a Bible verse that says, "In our weakness, his strength is made perfect." That's certainly nothing short of the truth. Motherhood can be tiring. Don't get me wrong. It's totally and completely normal to go through bouts and seasons of just being extra tired as a mom, especially when you're in that newborn, infant, and toddler stage. But there's also times and seasons where us as moms feel a little excessively tired and a bit more fatigued than we should be feeling. Maybe you've been to the doctor and they just kind of dismissed your symptoms. Maybe you've tried exercise plans, diet changes, things of that nature, and you still can't seem to figure out why you're so dang tired, even after you've had 7 to 8 hours of sleep and 2 to 3 cups of coffee every day. Then you've come to the right place. Today, I'm going to be talking about the things that are commonly overlooked that lead to excessive fatigue and tiredness in moms that goes beyond not getting a restful night of sleep and not having enough coffee for the day. Along with that insight, I'm also going to be giving you some strategies that you can implement starting today so that you can be on your way to feeling your most energized, healthy self again. So before we get into the video, I just want to state, of course, you should be aiming to get between 6 and 8 hours of sleep, probably closer to 7 to 8 hours of sleep as a mom, because sleep is very, very important when it comes to your energy levels. But I also understand that you're not always in a season where you can just count on consistent nights of sleep every night. I know for myself, my sleep has been very fragmented for the past 14 months since my baby girl was born, because she still wakes up to eat a couple times a night. And y'all might think I'm a little crazy for still allowing her to do that, but we kind of have no choice right now because she's still sleeping in our room. So it is what it is. So I totally understand that sleep may be fragmented for a season of life in motherhood. Now, the first topic I'm going to jump into aside from sleep is hormones. The topic of hormones isn't just important after you give birth or soon after you give birth. It remains important no matter what stage of motherhood you're in. So the first hormone I want to address is cortisol. So cortisol is our body's hormone that is responsible for stress management. And as you mamas may know, cortisol can be up and down depending on your season of motherhood, depending on just how you tolerate stress, what you're going through, so on and so forth. If we're in a state of being overly stressed out all the time, trying to keep up with the kids, trying to keep up with all the tasks that need to be done around the house, cooking, cleaning, trying to squeeze in time for yourself, and all of those things can be stressful sometimes, which is completely normal. But what tends to happen is our cortisol levels get out of whack as moms. Having our cortisol levels all out of whack can easily lead to just being overly fatigued, overly tired, as extreme as on a daily basis. So if you're a mom that's feeling low energy levels all the time and your stress level is up to here on a daily basis, we can work to actually bring those levels down naturally, and that will actually increase your energy levels. Some things that you can do include just starting your morning off as slow as possible. So no screen time, no TV time. Personally, what helps me is, like this morning, me and baby girl got out on the patio to get some morning sun. That was super refreshing and energizing. So getting out into the sun is going to be great for your energy levels. Also, just doing something that you enjoy. Maybe that's reading a book for 5 to 10 minutes. Maybe that's stretching on an exercise mat. Maybe that's doing some deep breathing and things of that nature. Whatever it is for you, I find that setting up the foundation of your day, doing one of these things, is actually going to lead into a day that's filled with less stress, and actually it's filled with more energy as well. Okay, so the second thing I want to touch on is nutrition. How is your nutrition looking on a day-to-day basis? Many moms struggle in the area of nutrition. They struggle figuring out, okay, well, what's healthy, or how much should I be eating? How should I be eating? Maybe they just aren't prioritizing making meals throughout the day. Maybe you're snacking on your child's plate throughout the day. There's many different situations that moms can be in, but a lot of times, especially when you're freshly postpartum or even up to when you have a toddler, you could be lacking so many of the key nutrients that are actually essential for producing that natural energy and vitality. As we know, after we give birth, our body has gone through so much, and it's a time to restore, it's a time to replenish. We've lost a lot of fluids, we've lost a lot of nutrients, so we need to work on building those nutrient stores back up. And some of the best ways to do that, of course, first and foremost, is going to be a whole foods diet. So we want to look at getting a variety of fruits, a variety of vegetables, a variety of lean and fatty meats. Red meat is great for iron. Organ meats are great for iron. We want to get that blood put back into our bodies soon after we give birth. But we also want to make sure that we're getting essential vitamins and nutrients, micronutrients, macronutrients. You want to make sure that you're getting enough protein throughout the day, a good amount of carbohydrates, limiting your intake on added sugars, and things of that nature. And then some supplements that are great to take are going to be a whole foods multivitamin. I like the Garden of Life vitamins. That's what I take. You can keep taking prenatals, or you can do like a woman's multivitamin as well. Omega-3s would be great to take. There's so many, honestly, so many herbs and supplements that you could be taking, but that's just to name a few. One thing I'll also mention about coffee is you want to make sure that you're not drinking coffee too late into the afternoon. So the best time to have your coffee will be in the morning time. So probably between when you wake up and no later than noon, because coffee tends to stay in your system between 11 and 13 hours. So if you're having coffee too late in the day, that can actually disrupt you from getting into that deep rested state while you sleep, and that can hinder your energy levels the next day as well. I actually have a life-changing 5-day executive mom challenge that's coming up, and it's my very first challenge that I'm running. It's completely free, and it's going to help you completely reset in all of these areas. So I'm going to be going into much greater detail on the strategies that you can implement into your daily life so that you can feel more energized, more in control of your day, and just more able to prioritize your health as a mom, no matter what season of motherhood you're in. The link's in the description if you'd like to check it out. So the next thing I want to address is exercise. Exercise is so vital as a mom, especially postpartum when your core has been weakened, your pelvic floor is weak, and you just need to rebuild that strength. This is absolutely essential as a mom. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to leave your house and go to the gym to exercise. I mean, just getting out for a simple walk, getting out for a jog, doing some core and pelvic floor stabilizing exercises just in your home on an exercise mat, following along with a 10, 15, even a 30-minute exercise will be honestly perfect. So the benefits of exercise are just honestly so vast. So exercising regularly can naturally boost the endorphins that you release. And this can actually lead to an increase in your natural energy levels. This improves your mood, reduces stress, and also reduces fatigue as well. Regular exercise also builds strength and muscle mass. So this is going to make the daily tasks of motherhood feel so much easier. It improves your overall endurance, which is going to lead to just naturally more energy and a greater ability to cope with all the demands of motherhood. And you might be thinking, well, I'm a busy mom. I don't have time to exercise. But inside my coaching programs, I actually teach you how you can just weave this naturally into your day-to-day. I create exercise plans that are tailored to your goals, your season of motherhood. So no matter what your goals are, how much time you have, even in just as little as 10 minutes, you can get an amazing workout in. So the last thing I'm going to mention in this video is faith. I believe faith needs to be a priority in all seasons of life, but especially in motherhood. I can recall that some of the hardest days that I've had so far in motherhood has been days where I'm not prioritizing my time with the Lord. So they're days where I don't really make it a priority to be praying. I don't really make it a priority to get into the Word of God. And this is when I feel the weakest. This is when I feel like everything is just overwhelming me, like I just can't rest, and I just kind of feel frazzled and all over the place. But I always notice that when I decide to get into the Word of God, even if that's just reading the verse of the day and meditating upon those words, or playing the audio Bible throughout the day. Maybe that's just saying small prayers throughout the day of gratitude, gratefulness, and just asking God and inviting Him into your day and asking Him for strength. I find that this completely transforms my days, and it makes them, even if they are crazy, even if they are hectic, and we're not going to deny the fact that days can still be hectic as a mom, but it just hits a lot different when you actually invite the Lord into your time, into each day as you go through motherhood and as you go through life, period. There's a Bible verse that says, in our weakness, His strength is made perfect. That's certainly nothing short of the truth. So these are the top things that I've found that are most overlooked when it comes to moms being overly tired all the time. And the great news is that there's so many strategies that you can implement on a daily basis that will lead to increased energy levels and an overall just greater state of well-being. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching this video. And if this was helpful to you, be sure to like and leave a comment as well. Be sure to subscribe as well if you love all things around faith, motherhood, health, and fitness. What are some of your biggest struggles as a mom pertaining to your health and fitness that you just struggle with and that you need more insight on? Let me know down in the comments below. I want to make more content that's tailored to what you guys would like to see. So whatever I can educate and just bring knowledge to, I would love to do that. Thanks again so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video.